Hi guys, 14th Prime here, back with one of my usual end of the year, beginning of the following year, whenever I get this out, videos, where today we'll take a look at the top 24 figures I got in the year of 2024. Now, as usual, the rules of this is just what I personally purchased. It doesn't necessarily mean stuff that came out this year. I do have several items that did come out this year make the list, because we ate good with Legacy. But this is just my own collecting and stuff that I've got for the year. So yeah, pretty much anything Transformers, for the most part, is acceptable. Third party, mainline, stuff from a decade ago, model kits, etc., etc. So anyways, let's go ahead and get started with number 24, which is always just a little personal one, little thing that I finally got. That I got the other one last year and I got this one this year, and I'm happy to have them. But it's the Easy Collection Ice Cream Skids, which is the Japanese exclusive repaints of the Revenge of the Fallen Legends class Skids, where it is in the ice cream colors. Excuse me. But I do think he looks quite nice. I keep him in car mode with Mudflap because I just have all the Legends guys up there. But since I'm sure most people haven't really seen this figure, I'll transform her real quick. And there we go. There we go. There is his robots mode. He's just a little guy. I love him. I love this little guy. I don't even have the regular Mudflap and Skids Legends toys. I just have the ice cream ones. And number 23. And number 23 we have Titanium Sunstorm. I really like Sunstorm, and if I remember right, it's last year when I got another Titanium Seeker. So of course I had to get another one. That was last year or the year before, where I just got a Titanium Seeker. I like this mold, so you know, I saw Sunstorm in a shop for 15 bucks. Why not? He's really nice. He's yellow, he's orange, he's got all the right stuff going on. And Hasbro still hasn't made us a new one. Why? It's been long enough. Come on, fun's fun, but it's time to get a new one. And number 22, we have Nebular Starscream. Now, I wanted a version of the Revenge of the Fallen Starscream mold, but there aren't really that many unique decos for it. There's just like the regular retail one that came out. There's like a desert camo version, and I think there's the 2007 color version from Movie the Best. But I wanted it to be like its own deco, and I really didn't want like just the regular one because I have the Studio Series, and I kind of wanted to be its own standout. And this is really the only deco that quote unquote stands out. But I do think it's nice. The mold itself is pretty good. It's very unique in how it transforms and creates the Starscream body type. And I love how the back wings are like, the rockets are formed from half the wings. I think it's very clean. And I like the whole missile null ray thing. I think it's really fun. But I really like this guy. I do think that the kind of darker color plastic, I wish it was like a little bit darker. I don't know how I'd fix it. I also just realized one of his shoulders is turned the wrong way. Ah well, he'll be fine. Yeah, and number 21, finally something that came out this year. United Vector Prime. Now, if you've seen my Twitter account enough, you'll know that I was very not happy with this retool. I think the idea of this retool is fine, because you can hit most of Vector Prime's cues from the G-Axis mold. However, they didn't really push it hard enough, and that's why it's this low on the list. It makes it to the list because I love Vector Prime, and it's really awesome to be able to get Vector Prime in some proper sword poses. The retooling they did do, most of it's pretty good. The paintwork on this figure is great, and of course it is the G-Axis mold, so it is pretty good already. But it's just, again, they didn't finish it. They got like 2/3 of the way, and then they just stopped. And then even stuff like the colors are wrong, like the arms are like the complete wrong color. Like the forearms and the hands need to swap colors, and then they'd be right. And of course no safeguard, but I made a little Battle Master, which we covered in Custom Corral 2, I think? We've covered in a Custom Corral, one or the other. I do have another one planned that I'll film hopefully soon. But, you know, for now we have this video, and then the other follow-up videos for the end of the year. And then number 20, we have APC Bulkhead. Now I have had the official Bulkhead, the official first edition Bulkhead. It's a car version of it at that. And then I've had, I think it was the AC Toys version. It was like another knockoff on the account before this. But this is the ideal way to experience this mold. APC is finally getting to a point where their figures feel good. They're not that weird tightness to them. There's not too much heavy paint, unless it's one of the Megatrons they've recently put out, because of course they're gonna fully paint that thing. But it feels solid. This feels like a Hasbro toy. I think the only thing kind of doesn't is the springs for these. Kind of so like that one can get just locked into place. But this has a full feeling of like a Hasbro made product. But not only that, it has a slightly better deco. It has the Dr. Wu accessories for the blasters, which I don't have here, but he has them. He has a second wrecking ball. Like, it's solid. It's great. I love it. I really, really like this. I like this mold already. It's one of the most impressive toys out of Prime. I think most people agree on that. But it's also just, to me, again, this is the best way to experience this toy. And it works out too, because the regular first edition one is crazy expensive. So the fact that this one I think was like somewhere between 30, 40 bucks, it works. And I think it is 100% worth your time and money. Especially if you're a Prime fan that was upset by the Legacy one. And for number 19, we have Studio Series Gamer Edition Ratchet. Now, this was a bit of a surprise that it turned out as good as it did. I think a lot of us were surprised that it turned out as good as it did. Because, you know, Studio Series Gamer Edition, it's kind of been on a rocky road since it started, you know? Like, Prime was pretty alright, but then the rest of them are just progressively getting kind of worse. But Ratchet, he's solid. He's good. Like, he has a very complex but interesting transformation. It has this super clever way of the fact that it has all this kibble, but you can hide the arm, the extra arm in the kibble. It vanishes. It's gone. Like, you can see it a little bit right there, but like that's it. And then his weapons are really good. The axe works like the Gamer Edition Prime. His medical weapon actually looks good handheld or as the arm. The arm is very, very on there. It takes a little bit of doing just to remove it. And the colors are pretty great. I weather mine because I weather all of them, but I do think overall it's just fantastic figure. I'm super excited for Ironhide. I am all in for that when it comes out. But yeah, I'm glad to have Ratchet. Also, the supremacy of red helmet with white crest. Beautiful. And then for number 18, of course, they were gonna pop up on the list. We have the Transformers 1 Race Changers, or the reintroduction of Bot Shots. You'll love to see it. But there they both are. I love them. I already covered them in a video. They're cute. I love Bot Shots, so I love just having some more of them. And then, I hadn't mentioned in the video, I even had a friend of mine in Japan get me some of the train ones that came out for the line they're in. So I have a couple of these. Maybe I'll do a video. I don't know that much about them, but I got like 7 of them. I haven't been able to fit on the shelf yet. They've just been sitting here. But yeah, I love these two. I love Bot Shots. That's it. That's the note. That's a quote. Put that on a t-shirt. And then for number 17, I don't know the third-party name for this, but I know this is Mech Fans Toys. But this is the Omega Supreme mold they did, which you can't even see. Like he's not that big of a toy. I don't know. He's like about liter size probably. Let's see if I can get the camera up. My tripod is still in shambles. You'd think I would have asked for a new one for Christmas, but you know, here we are. Come on, there we go. But there he is, and I really like how he looks. He's really fun. I love smaller toys of like Titans and just getting like little base modes. I think that's just really fun. And so of course this completely appeals to me. Also the fact that I love Omega Supreme, so of course this completely appeals to me. Which I know there's the Shattered Glass Autobot logo, but I don't use it as Omega Supreme because I already have my big custom Omega Doom. So instead, this is Omega Supreme in my head canon. That's what we're doing. But I really like him. I got him from a shop for not too terribly much, I think. I think I paid a fair amount. And then he came with another one of those little Diaclone guys, and they're really fun too. And then for number 16, we have the Universe Hardhead with the upgrade kit. but I do not remember what it was called. Like head robots, maybe? I don't know. But this is the Universe Hard Head with the upgrade kit that gives him the G1 guns, it gives him a G1 head, which apparently all this stuff is compatible with the G1 toys. Like if you have like a headless G1 hard head, you can give this stuff to him. And I think that's really cool that it's for both. I also removed the claws so it has a bit less of an evil look, I guess. Like I have Onslaught and then I have Clench, which I think that means I've accidentally gotten all 3 versions of this mold. It's a really good toy. Like, there's worse molds to get most versions of, but he is really fun. I like the new head. I like how there's even like a canopy you can technically stick the guy in the alt mode. I think that's just kind of cute and fun. But yeah, love this boy. Even without the upgrades, he probably would have still been on the list. Probably a little bit lower, but he still would have definitely been on the list, as I adore this mold, and I'm happy to have another one. Get the camera back down if I can. That might be about as far down as it's willing to go. Oh, there we go. Thank you for dealing with my tripod struggles, guys. I appreciate it. And for number 15, we have something else that's kind of relevant. We have Kabaya Star Convoy, which I did not even lower the camera enough. He's a little guy. He's just a little guy. Now, very brief rundown on Kabaya if you didn't know. They do like toys with gum and candy, and so this is a little model kit of Star Convoy. So you have to build it. All the details are stickers. Even his face is a sticker. It's kind of pain for that, but I love Star Convoy so much that this is just totally up my alley. But he's really nice. He like changes things around from the G1 toy. Like for example, if this becomes a shield, his legs can move. Like he has actual leg articulation, which I think is really fun. Like he's actually a little bit, like not a lot, not a whole lot, but he's a little bit posable by comparison to the G1 toy. So it's like a tiny version of the G1 toy with a smidge more articulation, but 0% more stability apparently. I can't get him to stand. I can pose him sometimes, I swear. But like he can still do the base mode. He still comes with a little hot rod. It's just a car, but he still has it. And this leg has nothing. Sorry. But he's great. I love him. Like it makes me want more Kabaya stuff because I really love, I love Legends stuff. And this is basically just taking those bigger toys and making them small, and I love that. We love that for him. And for number 14, we have Comic Edition Straxus, which the camera is once again too low for. So let's raise her up. Come on. Come on. Yeah, no, I really gotta get a new one. There, come on, a little bit more. There we go. That's as good as we're gonna get, I'm afraid. But here he is in his glory, and like the Galvatron mold, I already kind of liked it, but I also just aesthetically I really preferred the Unique Toys Mania King, so I got rid of my Galvatron, and then the other repaints never cared for. And then they made this, and just the way they've recontextualized the toy with a few new parts. The comic deco on it's very subtle, like it's there, but it's not like it makes it where you can still put them with other figures. The fact that it's just this rando Straxus, I love his head. I love how just mouthless his head is. The axe weapon's really nice. Just he's a really good retool. Like if he's still on Pulse, I don't know, I haven't checked. If he's still around, he is highly recommended for me. He's the only Comic Edition figure I bothered to get. Like maybe Shockwave if it goes on sale, but I just don't. Like I don't really need Grimlock. I kind of just want Emerald Zaron because I can make a Shatterglass Reflector out of it. But I just don't really care about the rest of them. Not really all that much. But Straxus, he's good. Absolutely good. And then for number 13, we have a 2-pack. We have the Doom and Destruction, Chop Stop, and Barrage. Which I love these two. I love them above boys. I got them when they went on sale on Amazon for whatever was going on. I think it was Black Friday. When they went on sale for I think around like 40, 45 bucks, somewhere around there. and they're just really good. I wasn't expecting to love them as much as I do, because the Legacy Insecticons did not care for at all. Did not. The only one I ever had was Kickback, and then I had Ransack because of the 4-pack, and now I wish I still had Ransack. But Kickback was just super boring to me. Just a deluxe being that basic just didn't really do it for me. I've seen both of these in stores. My Walmart still has a shrapnel. It lives there. I don't know. It's never going away. It's like a single shrapnel that's just been there. It's disappeared from the shelves and then come back months later too. Like a cryptid. It comes back. But I adore Chop Shop. I love Chop Shop a lot anyway. He was my main driving force for this set. And he does not disappoint with the couple of new parts and retooling they did, which wasn't even a lot. It's just like the new bug legs, the new head. These guns, I'm pretty sure just came with him already, but it's just, it all works. And these colors are amazing. And every day I want a RAD 15 Chop Shop. Every time he gets a new toy though, he gets a little bit bigger. Like he had the little guy in Thrilling 30, and then he had the Legends class in Combiner Wars, and now he's got a deluxe. Just saying, like the next 2 or 3, we're getting there. Come on. But then Barrage is like a sleeper hit. They took Bombshell and turned him around, and it works. Like the transformation joint now becomes a butterfly joint too. The gun, I really love having like which I'm pretty sure this accessory still came with the original one, but I like how you can make it different by just plugging all the guns together into one solid gun. The new bug legs are just great. Just like, I'm sure it isn't even that much retooling by comparison, because I never had the originals, but just their wacky colors, the bits they did do, just the complete nobodies they are, it works. It hits so hard for me. Like these guys are I'm amazed they're not higher on the list than 13, because they are amazing. Speaking of amazing retools, number 12 is Star Raider Cannonball. Now, the Star Raider line's been a funny one, because I never really had an issue getting any of the Walmart exclusive lines. Like I'd be able to find all the toys for it at least once or twice, so I'd be fine. Not this time. The Pirates showed up at like one Walmart one time all together, and then I saw just Road Pig, another one. Of course, the Thundertron set never came out of retail because all the Walmarts around here gave up on the leader class, so of course they weren't carrying that. But then most of them went on sale on Walmart.com, so I got Filch, and then I got a Cannonball, but I wanted a second one. And then I kind of wanted Lockdown, and he went on Pulse, and that's why I got Lockdown, because he went back on stock on Pulse. And then they went on sale, and so I got the Thundertron set when it was like $22, and then I got Road Pig when he was $18. So I completed the set. Like I wasn't planning on it, but also the subline was really good. But Cannonball here is probably the best from that. The retooling is great. This is the 3rd version of the Skids mold, and it just keeps getting even better. I love how they were able to still keep the DNA of the Cybertron Red Alert mold, like with the storage of the extra bits in his legs. Still got the Cyber Key. You still have the cannons to come out of the shoulders, kinda. Like it just works. It really works, and I'm happy for it. And you know, next year we'll probably get Cybertron Red Alert, and I might get it. I don't know. Kind of so-so. Like I'm gonna get the Armada one, duh. But, Anyways, number 11, we have one more little big from Kambaya with their Fortress Maximus. I think this is like a special version too. I forgot what exactly, but like it has some paint. They normally don't have paint, but like his head is painted. The fins here are painted too, but I preferred the toy sticker detail, and the sword is painted. But this is the Generation 1 Fortress Maximus toy. That's like probably a 1/6 the size, and it has about 60-70% of the play features, like just to show you a little scale comparison. Like he ain't super big. He's like Voyager leader-ish. But he's great. Again, it's a tiny tiny Titan. So of course I'm gonna love it, because it's a little base. It was a cute little base mode, because he still does all the modes. But he comes with a sword. The head still comes Cerebros. Cerebros' head becomes nothing, because that would be insane. He comes with a little wind charger and power glide that I didn't feel like grabbing for this. It's just good. It's great. I love it. I love having him. I've also thought about buying another one to do like a Shattered Glass Fort Max custom from it. probably won't do it. It was just kind of a thought one day, but who knows? We'll see. And for number 10, finally in the top 10, some people might be mad at me for putting this as low as I am, but it is the Fractured Friendship set with Megatron and Orion Pax. Which, the main reason this is so low is because of Megatron. If it was just the Optimus, this would probably be at least, probably like 2 or 3 spaces further up. But it's the fact that I count it as the whole, and the Megatron just kind of brings it down. Like, the Deco Autumn's fine. It's the minor Megatron version of the mold, which I do think looks the best. But it's just the lamer version of minor Megatron. The new accessories are cool. I love the big old sword and the big old hammer. And, you know, having all of these axes and drills lying around is fun. But just, I don't care about Siege Megatron anymore. Like, I have the minor one. I have Shattered Glass. That's all I want. But this Optimus is also really, really good. It takes the already pretty decent Gamer Edition Prime and retools a lot of it to make this beautiful, beautiful lad. They even make them taller with these like bit of extra feet extensions that end up also covering the holes in the back of the alt mode. And like, it actually looks a lot more proportional with the extra bit of height. Like, the legs just make sense. His gun here, you can still like take the arm off and you can unscrew this and still have the Gamer Edition thing going on. This just works. I don't know how to... I can complain about Megatron more than I can praise this, because I just don't know how to explain this other than this is really good. I want a Shattered Glass version so bad. I was really hoping this set would go on sale on Hasbro Pulse whenever they did their big sale, because I was probably going to buy a set just for another Optimus to do a Shattered Glass one. Might still happen in the future. We'll see. It's an idea, but I really love him, and Megatron is here too, I guess. And for number 9, we have a recent little guy from the channel. We have that third-party Core Class Megatron, who's also too short for the camera. Come on. Which I just did a video on him a few days ago. I'm not gonna spend too much time on this, but he's good. If you want a Core Class Megatron that turns into a gun, that works really well with the other Hasbro Core Class. He's great. He's like less than $20 on ShowZ if he's still there. Absolutely worth getting. Just fun little guy. I love him. Going ahead and put the camera back up, because for number 8 we have United Cybertron Starscream. Just I don't know. I really like this design a lot, and getting a new toy of it was great. Him having like the super dynamic articulation, borrowing a little bit from the Siege Seeker, but I really don't see how much. I also have the hit turned on. How have I done that twice? Both Starscreams on this list, I've done that too. One on the shoulder, one on the, what the heck? But he's really good. His gun's kind of whatever, but I think most people share that opinion. And I mean, if I don't like it, I can just throw it to, it's not like I have to make him wield it. He can't tell me what to do. But of course, I very, very much want a Shattered Glass Deco of this and the Cybertron Hotshot very soon. Please, Hasbro. Like, don't... Comic Edition was something. I know people enjoyed it, but come on, just give me like one Shattered Glass 2-pack. If I just got one Shattered Glass thing from Hasbro every year, or like 1 or 2, I'd be fine. I don't need to be a whole line. Just give me like... Just give me a few. Just a little. There's so many good molds for Shattered Glass stuff that are just going to waste. Hasbro just doesn't want that money, I guess. Then for number 7, we have the BotCon Pounce and Wingspan, which these two are lovely, lovely guys. Of course, the Viacon mold from Prime is great, but then doing it like this was just genius, because they have very similar robot modes, but then their alt modes are different. I like them as kind of like a Cybertronian version of the pair, just kind of... I mean, honestly, I'm gonna be honest. I don't like their G1 designs. I'm not super huge on a lot of the G1 characters that turn into animals. I think I've expressed this before, like Double Dealer's Burn mode, and I don't care for it. What's his name? Deathsaurus's alt mode. Don't really like it all that much. I mean, these two are also included in that list because they're just kind of whatever. But you know, make them cars and jets. All right, we're vibing. We're here. And that's great. I love it. And then for number 6, we have the toy Optimus Prime. I was like probably a lot of people who said, you know, I have the Missing Link one. I don't need this because it's just that, but then I ended up kind of wanting it, and it was starting to sell out everywhere, so I decided, why not? I'll pick one up while I still can. And it's good. For $25, you get this little Optimus Prime. Comes with his gun. He comes with a cartoon gun and the axe, which is very rare for Optimus Primes to come with the axe, especially at deluxe price. And it's just it's just nice. It's like what if the G1 toy was updated? Like I don't know. It just works. Of course, it isn't quite as articulated as the Missing Link. It isn't quite as fancy, but I mean, it's got rubber tires. It's got the paint pretty much where it needs it. Like it works. It's great. I like them. And I really want this thing to get abused with repaints. I want the white cab Ultra Magnus from this so bad. I want all the repaints. Hasbro, do it. Come on, get a lot of money from me. Like, come on, you could totally see a toy colored Magnus in one of them Target 4-packs. I know it's probably not going to happen next year, but I want it. I really want them. And then for number 5, we have the Takara version of Vector Prime. So this is, I guess, Galaxy Force Vector Prime, but not American Galaxy Force Vector Prime. That's just what Cybertron was calling Japan. This makes sense. I promise all this makes sense. Perfect sense. But as a toy, he's great. Of course, this is the original Vector Prime, so he looks the part. He's got beautiful paint all throughout, and this plastic they did really brings out all the sculpt work. So has the cape thing going on. Like, look at all that. Just beautiful. Which I do have Safeguard as well. The only thing I don't have is the actual cyber key for this. I have the American version, which just lacks all the paint. I thought about doing it myself, but then just decided not to, because I like him as is, and it's not like I cared that much about his cyber key. But it's just a gorgeous repaint, and I love him. I love Vector Prime, so I really wanted one. I actually do have the American Galaxy Force one too, like the gold one, which I would love to see the new Vector Prime get that gold treatment. Probably won't, but you know, I can dream. And for number 4, we have something that is impossible to film, so I'm not even going to pretend that I can. You know whose legs these are? It's Tidal Wave. It's United Tidal Wave, and he is beautiful. He is probably my new favorite Titan until Star Convoy comes out, but he's so good. Like, it's exactly what I wanted from an updated Tidal Wave. It's the show accurate colors, which is still just weird for me to see. Like, I've seen Armada like 3 or 4 times, and my brain still associates the American toy, which I'm sure they'll do that deco somewhere down the line, but I'm fine with this. I got it a little bit cheaper, which I'm happy for, because paying $200 for these things suck. So it's great that they're kind of shortening the Titan class and making it $150 now. Instant pre-order for Star Convoy because of that alone. But Tidal Wave himself is really good. The only thing is, I still wish that the little Dark Fleet, when you disassemble it, it didn't hinder Tidal Wave himself so much. It gets rid of parts of his hands, it gets rid of his wings. Like, it'd be nice if it didn't do that, or if it did do that, if it just made like a little Tidal Wave, like a Voyager-sized Tidal Wave, that'd be fun. But oh well, I guess we can dream. So really, my only issues with this toy is what if, more than anything it does wrong in particular. And for number 3, we have Studio Series 86 Optimus Prime. Now, this is a toy that at first I was also going to skip. A little bit of hair, it's fine. I was going to skip, but then Skybound happened, the jerks, and made me really want it. And I'm honestly glad they did. The only thing that's frustrating is the week this came out is whenever Target was having a sale, and I was stalking their website because my stores had no chance of getting this thing in, because I have not seen a Commander in stores since Rodimus. But I was like stalking their app to see if they get it in for shipping, and they did not, up until the day after my pre-order finally shipped. So So of course that was fun. But I just didn't feel like going through the process of exchanging it and then getting the new one and. But I'm glad I have them. I like them. I know there's the heel issue, but it took me 2 seconds to fix. It's fine. And then the arm here is one that I got off of eBay. I believe it is mostly based on the FunBee Studios arm, but it's on eBay that they have their permission to like sell their products through their eBay page. But I do think it is quite nice, and I really like Skybound. I don't really get a chance to talk about it on the channel, but I've read the first 2 volumes, and that's all. Please, no spoilers. But they're good. They're great. Volume 2 floored me with its ending. But this toy itself, as perfect as a G1 cartoon Optimus Prime will ever be, I don't think it gets better than this. I know in a few years they're gonna be like, here's Titan Class G1 Optimus, and it's just gonna be this again. Like, there's very, very little issues here that they could fix or tweak or change. It's perfect. It's perfect Optimus. Even before I got the arm, I just had so much fun just sitting there transforming it and just messing with like the whole set. Even the trailer, like, it didn't bother me as much. And it's good. It's fantastic, absolutely. If you can still get one, get one. Especially before these disappear, because I imagine it'll be a lot like 86 Magnus, where that thing goes for stupid amounts right now until Hasbro does a reissue, which I didn't get 86 Magnus. I kind of want a reissue. Hasbro, come on. And for number 2, we have a Grail piece of mine that I've been wanting for a few years. Finally got it for a price that wasn't $300, but it is the Collectors Club Astro Train. Now, I like the Armada Jetfire design, and the old toy mold to me is pretty fun. And I've always wanted this Astro Train, mainly due to nostalgia for the old stop motion series, Transformers Online. But just to finally have him is so nice. He looks perfect. Just, the colors are amazing. The amount of paint they've put on here is awesome. Like, it's just, I don't know. Even the head, while it looks a little goofy, I love it. It has its charm. And yeah, it doesn't have a train mode, but it's cool anyway. A friend of mine pointed out it would have been really fun if they would have kept this going and they would have done like an Octane repaint of Optimus Prime for Armada and then like a Blitzwing repaint of Overload. So you could do like the combination with the Decepticon triple changers. That would have been amazing. And I keep thinking about that now because that would have been so cool. Because I mean, he can still do the combination. But as it stands, I love having this so much. And I love hearing this sound. It's beautiful. But yeah. Like I said, I didn't have it for so long because it's so expensive. Like, we've had so many other Astro Trains. Why is this one like $300? I think I got them for like 120. Box, Minicons, everything. And finally, for my number 1 pick of 2024, is probably one that a lot of people have as the number 1 pick, but it is Missing Link Optimus Prime, the toy deco version specifically, because the anime deco version to me is kind of lame. Like, they didn't even do, like, they should have done like the retro colors on that, and they maybe re-sculpted like at least the 4 arms where they had the arrows, or just not unpainted G1 toy detail. Anyway, he's great. I love the G1 Optimus Prime toy already, and this is just that, but it moves. It feels amazing. Like, the quality here is top notch. He has opening hands. He has like his wrist can go in. He has the single jointed ab crunch that scares me to use sometimes. He has like he has a matrix chamber. And it's like, it works as close to the G1, like this is insane. This thing is absolutely insane. Imagine showing a kid in the 80s this toy. Like this version where it moves. God, I love it. I love this thing so much. I love messing with it. It just feels so premium. It feels pure. It's just, as a standalone piece, I wish Missing Link wasn't the toy line. I don't know if that's a hot take, because the prices on these things are insane. You telling me Sunstreaker is $90? Just the cab of Optimus was like $75. Sunstreaker. me to pay 90 bucks. That is the same retail price as this. No. Are you insane? No. I was interested in that if it was like 60 bucks, but like I ain't paying 90. No. But as a single piece, 120 was probably a little bit much. But I think just for what it is, the novelty of it, I think is kind of worth it. But the rest of the line, I don't care about. Well, we'll see if they make one that I do. Just for now, I could care less. But yeah. Overall, this has been a pretty solid year for collecting. I really didn't get much in the way of Grail pieces or things I've really been like looking for, aside from Astro Train and the ice cream skids. Funnily enough. But yeah, I'm excited for next year. Age of the Primes looks like it's gonna be really fun. Last wave of Legacy is, I think all those pre-orders are gonna be fulfilled in like January at some point, because I got emails saying that the 2 things I pre-ordered are gonna be in like January 9th or something. But we'll see there. Studio Series, we're finally getting Bayverse back. Cannot wait to see more images of that. Why have they not shown more images? We got those really bad images like a month or 2 ago, and that's all. But yeah, I hope to get this video out before the end of the year. If not, it'll be up in January. Early January. And then, of course, there is the top 10 customs for 2024 coming up next. And then the collection update, which, again, if it comes out before the end of the year, we hope. But if not, it'll be early January. But yeah. Anyways, that is pretty much all I have to say. If you have any figures that you really enjoyed this year or you want to talk about, please post in the comments below. I might have picked it up. We might be able to talk about it. It'd be fun. But yeah. Anyways, that is pretty much all I have to say. So please be sure to check out my channel for more video and custom reviews. And please don't forget to subscribe. You can also come check out my Facebook and Twitter pages. Links in the description below. And as the 14th Prime, signing out.